Hello and welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we discuss and review all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. We're going to take a break from our cascade of Beasts of the Mesozoic figures, the newly released ones that have come out. We've been going through them, but they're not the only game in town. We also have new PNSO. You guys probably already know what's up and probably heard about them already. But what we have here is the PNSO museum line, the dinosaur museum line, Lucas 2.0, the Giganotosaurus. As you all know, I'm sure you're aware that the PNSO released a museum line, Giganotosaurus, also called Lucas, ergo the 2.0 designation, back in 2019. 2019 was the first one. It was also a deluxe or museum line, Giganotosaurus, and it came with a base. PNSO has straight up moved away from bases apparently, even though they're still putting out quote-unquote deluxe museum line figures, meaning they're a little bit more money. And instead of bases, they have given us a cavalcade of posters, you know, that we're probably never going to use, but we get them nevertheless. We'll check out some of those posters a little bit later. But you see the packaging with the image of Lucas. They're right there on the front. It's the same as always with the museum line. They come in thicker boxes, if you will, and you have to turn it around if you want to see what's going on at the top there. So you've got that logo right there, and there's really nothing else going on, just some word salad, and then that's about it. So now that we've seen the packaging, let's get Lucas out and see what's the what. Before we take a look at Lucas 2.0, we will check out what I spoke on before, the all of the posters that we get in lieu of a base. It's the new PNSO. Not really so new. They've been on this poster tip for the last 2 years at least, which is it's unfortunate because they were putting out some very nice looking bases, and I know I'd love a return to it. I definitely wouldn't be mad at that. But anyway, here's the booklet, if you will, and it is held together with tape. So we'll just undo that, open it up some, and then you see we get, I guess this is a booklet of legalese type stuff. Then we get the creative booklet that we get with any PNSO, whether it's museum line or their main line, and this is filled with facts and information, and it has illustrations in there of Giganotosaurus and sometimes other creatures, but you see it's got all kinds of info here, and like I said, you get pictures of Giganotosaurus, both illustrations and of the model itself. So yeah, see that particular one. This art right here is pretty nice. You see it's got some feathering there at the top of the neck. Pretty cool. So yeah, you can check that out. Then you have more different angle of Lucas right there, and so on and so forth. So you got that, and then of course you have paper for the kids or yourself to draw on. They give you plenty of that. That's just crazy. And then you get a slew of posters. We won't go through them all because we'll be here all day. But see, you get posters like that. I'll do every third one just to see what's going on. Open that up, we're up there. So you see we have there comparison, scale comparison. You see that's the human right there, along with other species. They were all from Cardrosaurus. you have some artwork there. That same picture with the feathering at the top of the neck there. 2, 3. This will be the last one because once again we'd be here all day. That's a pretty nice one right there, as you can see. Pretty cool. So, but you get the idea. You could be there all day with all these posters, and they're nice. Can't lie. They're nice from what we've seen so far, and I'm quite sure that they're all nice in their own way, but that still doesn't sway me. I still would prefer having a base. But since we're not having that, it is what it is. Also typical with PNSO when it comes to their theropods or bipedal figures, models, we get this stand to assist with keeping them up, because they, even if they stand well, they will warp over time and then keel over. So use your stands. And so here we have Lucas 2.0 Giganotosaurus in all his glory on our rotating base, and you could see our coloration right there, the paint apps. It's for me, I'd have to say it's typical PNSO with their paint apps. They're a little bit better. I will say this, at least the paint apps more or less match what you see on with the production art, the promo art and everything else from back in the day. PNSO was notorious for what you got out of packaging did not match what you saw on the packaging. But they seem to have corrected that, and they also, with a few of their latest releases, gave us some color when it comes to the figures themselves. So and I'm not mad at this right there. I think it's I think it looks pretty good, and I've gone on record stating that large animals, especially hunters, theropods like this, would not be all that colorful, because that would be detrimental and problematic to what they're trying to do, that is being hunt. They have to be able to blend in so that their prey doesn't even see them. You know, they're good for blending in the terrain, the environment, and being upwind, so that way their scent doesn't get caught by whatever it is they're stalking. So you know, quote unquote drab coloring was never an issue for me, though it does you know, it does get monotonous. I can't front. The other thing that gets monotonous to me is the pose for the theropods. I mean, you know, there's only so much I think you can really do, but lately all of the theropods have been in this or a similar pose, you know, stretched out like that. And I am a proponent for bipedal dinosaurs, theropods in particular, to have a more horizontal gait when they walk, instead of being even you know, crazy diagonal, and definitely not erect. But it'd be nice if there was a different type of pose. I do get it that there are people that you know, like if the neck and head were turned way too much, like 90 degrees or something like that, that you know, it could be an issue for some people. So I guess technically a pose like this is a safe bet. But be that as it may, let's get our Giga off of the base and get a closer look at him. Before we get started, let's take a measurement of our guy Lucas here. I've already measured him, but just for the camera's sake, we'll do it again. Lucas 2.0 is coming in at 14 inches. So this is a 1/35 scale model, and I want to say figure so bad. This is a model. You can tell I've been on some Beasts of Mesozoic stuff for a minute there. Those are figures. These are models. So I may slip up a few times, so forgive me in advance. Anyway, this is a 1/35 scale model of a Giganotosaurus at 14 inches. If you do your calculations, this is representative of a beast that is nearly 41 feet long, 40.833 to be exact. So it's right in there, right in scale with what it should be. I believe Giganotosaurus. They've actually re-estimated Giganotosaurus. They used to just be straight up rated to be about, what would they say, between 42 and 46 feet long. They've brought it back down to earth a little bit, and they got them at like 42.5, like that. So instead of just straight outright being larger than, say, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's about the same size as a Rex, especially when you have the likes of Scotty that's pushing 43 feet long. Scotty the Tyrannosaurus Rex, for those that don't know. Anyhow, enough about that. We could see how good our guy Lucas 2.0 is with his paint job and everything. I'll turn around to the other side so you could see what's going on. Very nicely done with the coloration, especially with the skull. So let's take a closer look at that. You could see the nice coloration there. The snout is like a charcoal gray, and you could see there's a wash over it, so you could see the scaling on the right there on the tip of the snout. Plus you could see the nostrils. It's got a little bit of more distinctive paint there. And then when you look at the fenestre there, no shrink wrap, and I like that part. And it's got a brownish orange or orange brown, however you want to look at it. Looking pretty nice. And then you see the crests there, that nice coloration. The eye is almost a gold color with black pupil, looking pretty nice. You got some kind of greens in there mixed in with the tans, and right there underneath you could see the symbolic chin of a Carcharodontosaur, of a Giganotosaurus in this particular case. And then going down, you see that coloration there, looking pretty nice. It's got the striping from the top there and bleeding over to the sides. Speaking of bleeding over, you see you've got this kind of a greenish, drabish green color, and it melts into this this very light brown, and then there's still some dark coloration there along there. The forelimb, the short forelimb, you see 3 fingers, and they're basically an extension in terms of the coloration of the torso there. You got the dark color, and then at the rear of the arm, if you will, it lightens up. Going down to that hind limb, you can see the coloration there. And once again, with PNSO, what I love is the attention to detail. It shows the wrinkling of the legs there from the stepping forward, I should say, not pushing forward. That's going to be reserved for the left side there. And you see the wrinkles there in the back, pretty cool. See the legs there going down. Some we go back there, some nice action going on with those scoots. The toes, the claws on the toes are painted like a go back there because you guys can't see that, a gray. And then going down with the tail, you see what's going on there. So it's just an extension of what we saw with the body. Turn it around real quick, and then you see it's just extending there. And then we're here on the left side, and you see the left leg is pushing off. You can see by that semi-raised foot, it's pushing off, and you see the stretching going on once again there. It looks really some nice wrinkles going on right there. And yeah, so you still have all of that going on. As far as the articulation with theropods, you guys know what it is. The jaw is articulated, so it can move its mouth down pretty wide. That's nice. And you see the teeth looking good. Nice wet tongue. Turn it up there, and you can see that PNSO has sculpted in nostrils, nasal passageways there. And you still have that nice wet look. All of the teeth individually sculpted and painted, so that's cool. Pretty nice there. So that is our guy Lucas. So you get an idea how large a Giganotosaurus was compared to a human. We have this is either a 1/35 scale model of a human or a 1/40 scale. If it is, it's close enough for us to be able to discern how large a Giganotosaurus was, and pretty substantial. And here's Lucas side by side with the Eofauna Giganotosaurus. You see they're of similar size. The Eofauna is a little bit bigger, definitely more bulky, and costs a lot less, and is definitely the best looking Giganotosaurus at that price point. And now switching over to PNSO's models, they have a few Cardrosaurus, and we're starting off with the Acrocanthosaurus that was recently released just a few months ago, about 4 months ago, maybe 5. But yep, newly added to the roster, looking pretty good there, and you see it's a nice size itself. Acrocanthosaurus were reported to grow up to, I want to say, 38 feet. I think average like about 36, 38 feet is what they were reported to be, and these two look wonderfully in scale with each other. Now we have Gamba, the Cardrosaurus itself, next to our Giganotosaurus, and when PNSO made this particular model, it was pretty undersized. This is definitely too small to represent a full-grown, well, male Cardrosaur. So it would be nice if we got a redo of this guy as well. And now, for the last of our Cardontosaurid comparisons, we have the original Lucas, the Giganotosaurus, museum line from PNSO. And as you can see, he is a big boy, much larger. This was back when they really thought that he was crazy large, and also PNSO wasn't necessarily trying to stick to scale. In particular, just get close enough, put it behind so you can really see how much larger the original Lucas was. And while you're at it, take a look at the difference in those skulls. The original Lucas, the skull is a lot narrower, longer. They still are rocking the crests, which is cool, and they're rocking the chins, which is symbolic of a Giganotosaur. But the way how they're described now, you see that the skull, the snout part especially, is a little bit more robust, thicker, more stumpy, if you will. So there you have it, the old next to the new. And because of Jurassic World Dominion, this has become the new jam. This particular confrontation we have on our left, Wilson, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, up against Lucas, the Giganotosaurus. And this is a meeting of the 2.0s, as Wilson is also a redo. And you can see that the Rex is a little bit more robust than the Giga, but the Giga is, you can't really see it now. I'll work it so we can by moving our Rex there and turning Lucas around. And yeah, Lucas is just a little bit longer by about half an inch, maybe less, and that basically fits in scale when you think about it. So this has been a nice review of Lucas 2.0, the Giganotosaurus by PNSO. We've seen the differences between 2.0 and the original version. Quite a size larger, but this version is more in scale with what current scientific reports have shown the Giganotosaurus to be, not to mention the appearance in those skulls. The skull, as we know now, is a bit more robust, and as far as the coloring is concerned, it's still typical PNSO with it being kind of drab, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. What's great is that at least PNSO has come very, very close to giving us the same color scheme that we see in promo art and on the packaging. So that's always nice. Once again, the scale, it's in scale, definitely. As they did shrink it down some, but it is more in line and in scale with other PNSO and other 1/35th scale models that you might line your Lucas up with. So that's also a good thing. So yeah, another good thing is we're going to finish this review before it goes way long. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, leave them in the comment section below. Also check out in the description below also for the store that I have, the Chaotic Entertainment and Toy Shop, and you may find things there that you may like if you're into action figures and things of that nature. Check that out. And enough of that hard sell. Anyway, there's also down below a bell, so that way if you want to be notified for the next time I upload a video, you can do so. So that'll do it for this video. Once again, PNSO's Lucas 2.0, the Giganotosaurus, very nice figure. Glad to have it to add to the collection, and maybe you guys will want one yourselves. So we'll see what's up with that. Anyway, thank you guys and take care.